Good evening, friends. And as you can see my screen, this is a very big news coming from the UK government. Well, the Tory MP, Mr. Cleverly, has announced that the salary threshold rise is part of the new immigration package. The Home Secretary is basically preparing to announce a package of measures to cut the net emigration, including an increase in the salary threshold for overseas, uh, you know, employees. So what has happened is initially, if you see the threshold limit for giving sponsorship, the certificate of sponsorship is £26,200 in UK, and that has been raised significantly to £38,000. So, what is the implication? The implication will be immense, and this time they have told the House of Commons that the minimum salary for the skilled worker visa uh, will be raised to 38,000. That means if someone is on a salary of £30,000, or after pursuing their master's course, they get a salary of £30,000. Now, usually, as per the prior conditions, it was 26,200. That means they get a sponsorship, or they might get a permanent role. But now the thing is, you need to get at least £38,000, and then only after that the employer can give you a certificate of sponsorship. Just for an example, the NHS resident doctors, a junior resident doctor, roughly gets around 30 to 32,000 pounds. That means you will not get a certificate of sponsorship. If some employee is working as a project manager, and if you get as a project officer, or if you're getting a salary of £35,000 as a business analyst, you will not get a certificate of sponsorship. Now, all this is being done as a part of reducing the immigration numbers, and the Prime Minister has vowed to do what is necessary to decrease the net immigration to the UK, as it has reached a record of 745,000 in 2022. So it's a part of the politics, or whatever you can call, but currently, if you see, the immigration is very high. And apart from this is the first implication, or the first impact, which is going to come. The second, which you all possibly know already, that you cannot bring your dependents anymore on a student visa, effective from Jan 2024. Another implication is that there is a migration advisory committee, which will be tasked to look upon the people working on the shortage skill list. And it has been decided that the shortage skill list, which is basically a list in which the UK government lists out what are the key areas and the roles and responsibilities which are critical and in demand in the United Kingdom. So that list, the shortage skill list, is going to be abolished. That is another one regulation which is coming up, and this would lead to a new creation of a shortage skill list. So I mean, till now it was all discussions, but now since it has been announced in the House of Commons, well, this is gonna happen very soon. Well, who gets impacted because of this? Number one, the current students who are undertaking their master's course. Well, you need to be very clear that you need to get a salary of more than £38,000 to get a certificate of sponsorship once the spring term gets over. And if you plan to settle down in the United Kingdom, you need to have a salary of £38,200, £38,700. The second thing is, if you have your dependents, this is for people who have already gained certificate of sponsorship as of now. if you have your dependents and you have not applied for the visa, well, I would request you that you do it as quickly as possible before the spring term, because that would be again, that would be a massive implications, and we can't take a chance, because if you have got a visa of 3 years or 5 years, and if you're not bringing your dependents, then it's good that you make an application right now. And the last is, if someone has got a visa of 3 years currently, I would suggest that you speak with your employer and try to convert that into 5 years. Because what happens is, now the scenario, just try to understand. Suppose you are working on a 30K salary, right, on a 3-year visa. After the year three over gets over, now when you ask your employer to renew your visa, now the employer has to raise your salary to 38,700 in order to issue a certificate of sponsorship. Now this is a thing which you need to think about, okay? So I mean, if you are on a 3-year skilled worker visa, the better advice would be to try and speak to your employer, and then get that additional 2 years. So maybe just make it 5 years. So you're comfortably there. So yeah, I mean, as far as the PSW goes, do not worry about it. As far as Mr. Cleverly says that there has been no such statement made where the PSW is going to be reduced. So for they want to welcome the students, but they are a bit skeptical on inviting the dependents, because that is what is causing the immigration as per the criteria which have been set out. The students are always welcome in United Kingdom, and well, it's all rules and regulations. We need to follow them. But as far as the new admission goes on, you won't be able to bring your dependents if you're on a student visa. But if someone is on searching for jobs in skilled worker category, uh, you should be trying to aim for a salary more than 38,700 pounds technically now, so that you get a certificate of sponsorship. So I hope this is very clear, and I will keep you updated with the latest announcements. Till then, take care. Bye bye.